Okay, we're going to try to explain how to do some math using binary numbers, which sounds a lot harder than it is. I think I say that a lot in my videos, but honestly, it's not so bad. Basically, first of all, you have to just remember, binary. So this, of course, is the ones place. Uh, this one has no value. That would be twos, and then this would be fours. So, 4 plus 1, this equals 5, right? So right now I'm looking at the number 5 right here. If I was to take another number and add it, let's just say I take 1, 1, and that's the number 3. And so you know that when I add these two things together, I should get 8 as my answer. And the question is, without converting, so instead of saying to yourself, well, this is a 5, okay, well, this is a 3, so that's 8, and then like converting, if you think, oh, 8, I know 8 in binary is that 1000. I say 1000, but 1000. So that's the answer that we should get. Um, but instead of converting it in your head, because if I gave you a really big binary number, you wouldn't want to do that. As long as you understand a few rules about addition, you can do this. So, of course, in addition, we add these two numbers first, the rightmost digits, right? Like if it was math, that's how we would do it, regular math. And 1 plus 1 is 2. Well, in binary, I'm just going to use over here for a minute, 2 equals what? Well, 2 is the same thing as saying, I can't do this with my big numbers. 2 is the same thing as saying 1, 0. So the answer would be 1, 0. Well, what happens if you have a two-digit number, like if you're adding 7 plus 5? You say, oh, it's 12, but I'm just going to write the 2 down and carry the 1. So the same thing happens here. We write the 1 here, or the 0 there, and then we have to carry the 1. So I'm just going to move this down here and put a 1 up here. And then here now we have 0 plus 1. Well, 0 plus 1 is 1, but we have this 1 that we carried, so now it's 1 plus 1. Well, that's 2 again, which means it's another 0, and means we have to carry another 1. And then we have this last one, it's 1 plus 1 again. Well, what's 1 plus 1? It's 2, which is 1, 0. So we again write 1, 0. This time we don't have to carry it because we're done, and so we just write it down here, right? So remember I just said before that the answer to this problem should be 1, 0, 0, 0, and there it is, just by following those rules. So basically the rules are this. If you ever get a binary situation where it's 0 plus 0, well, that's going to equal 0 because that's what it does, right? If you get a 1 plus 0, well, that's going to equal 1. Or if I get a 0 plus 1, that's going to equal 1. If I ever get a situation where I have a 1 plus 1, as we saw before, it's a 1, 0, but we have to carry the 1. And if you're ever carrying a 1 and you have a situation where it's 1 plus 1 plus 1, that's the same thing as 3. That would be 1, 1, because that's what a 3 is. So you would carry the 1, you would just write a 1 down on the bottom. So I'll give an example that I used in the notes earlier. So it's kind of a big number. Let's see if this works with my font this big. Maybe I can shrink it down a little bit. So I gave this example, 11100 plus 11001. So 11100 plus 1, let's see, what was it again? 11001. 11001. And let's just move these each over 1 so we can add the plus sign here. Okay, so following the rules that we gave, so 0 plus 1 is a 1, 0 plus 0 is a 0, 1 plus 0 is a 1, so far those are easy, right? 1 plus 1 is 1, 0, so we write down a 0, we carry the 1 up here. I'll just move this down a second so I can carry my 1. And then 1, 1, 1 is 3, which is a 1, 1. and we don't have to carry that one because it's at the end of our math. So 110101. Now I have no idea what these numbers value is in decimal because I haven't bothered to figure it out. So 1 2. So this is 4 plus 8 plus 16. So let's see. 4 plus 8 plus 16 is 28. No, down here now, 28. This is 1 plus 8 plus 16. 1 plus 8 plus 16 is 25. And so we know that 28 plus 25 is 53. So let's see how we do. This is 1 plus 4 plus 16 plus 32. So 32 plus 16 plus 4 plus 1, 53. All right. So again, I didn't need to convert it, but if I did convert it, I could check my math and I could be like, yeah, I did it right. So there it is. And so that's addition. Um, Again, it's because you only ever have to add zeros and ones, as long as you can remember the basic rules and how to carry numbers, uh, it will never get too difficult, even if they're really long. You just have to do them one at a time and follow the rules of math. So that is how to add binary numbers.